All right, welcome back to the Best College series, Best College Lists. I'm Shereem Herndon-Brown, Strategic Admissions Advice. Hopefully, you're not a new person here and that you've been joining us as we profile some of the best colleges across the country. Today, we're going to do University of Houston, and I can tell you unapologetically, hopefully, no one gets too offended by this, one of my favorite schools in a major metropolitan in a city, right? Particularly in the South, but in the city, right? Houston's in the heart of Houston. And although they share the city with Rice and Texas Southern, I'm really a big fan of the way the Houston city rallies around it, similar to the way Georgia Tech has in Atlanta. Um, I think the University of Miami is in Coral Gables. Houston's is in the city, and it has a real energy that a lot of students appreciate. Yes, and I like the fact that it has a 70% admit rate. If you have been following us for a while, you know that I'm big on looking at schools' academics, their activities, their acceptance rates, their admissions requirements. So having a school that admits 70% of their students, and without that much of a discrepancy between in-state and out-of-state students, I think sorry about that, is often a great option that I would love families to consider because I think Houston itself offers so much. A lot of major corporations are moving to Houston if they're not already in Austin, which is only 2 hours away. So, without further ado, 37,000 people, which means it has an incredible, robust student body to say nothing else. Major sports, its Houston basketball team, men's basketball team, is probably headed to the definitely had the NCAA tournament, maybe even to the Final Four. It's one of the top programs in the country right now. So I want to bring that to your attention. It is an urban campus. In terms of students who are applying, more women than men. And then again, a 70% admit rate makes me happy because in this age of competitive college admissions, you want to make sure that you have balance. And sometimes having a school that you can get into, knock on wood, sooner rather than later is a great thing. Um, the standardized testing is not as demanding as some of its peer schools. We're going to look at those in a second. The admissions requirements are what they consider. Again, they consider an essay. They don't consider legacy. Class rank is very important. So again, lots of great information. Students stay, great retention rates. Graduate within 4 years, excuse me. This is good information to have about the finances of the school and about it overall as a profile. I want to look at the academic programs. Remember, NASA is in Houston, so there's a lot of great engineering programs, a commitment from the city to make sure that students have opportunities, right? Internships, jobs, things that they can do beyond just the campus. Communication, journalism, education, engineering, foreign languages, again, on and on and on. Houston, as a major university, has a multitude of academic program for students to study. So I ask you to please take that deep dive into what Houston can offer you, student or parent, what Houston can offer your child, because I'm a big fan. Okay, if we go back to the statistics. I'm going to look at, do I look at campus life? Yes, let's look at campus life. Housing, is undergrad housing. Freshmen, you're not required to live on campus. I don't know if that excites some parents or not. We look at the different programs, which I think we already did already. Forgive me. Different research schools. You can research the school by different ways, right? You can go to U.S. News and World Report and hear about what they say about Houston as a national university. You can use College Factual, which is one of my favorites, to learn more data about it's a great price and acceptance rate. This says 66, 70, same thing, and the different information that it provides. So I want to make sure that you're aware that even though what I'm using right now is called Custom College Plan, there are other tools that you can use to get more oriented to the opportunities. That's the word I'm going to say, opportunities that Houston has. Again, we get a lot of information from these different sources, Peterson's, iPads. I'm going to take you to right now their school website because if you look at their school website, where learning meets opportunity, love it. Again, a major city. If you think about the major cities, particularly in the South, you have Atlanta, you have Houston, um, you have Memphis, you have Nashville. Like it is Dallas. It is obviously one of those cities that has so much to do, and young people want to take advantage of that. The academic opportunities, as we looked at the different colleges and libraries that are available there. They have online programs, um, campus. So I always encourage families to look at the activities. What are kids going to do while they're there? And what does the oh wow, they have a museum on campus. Well, I didn't go to the museum when I was there. They talk about student housing. So academics, activities, admissions. Let's go to admissions. What are some of the requirements that they're expecting of students who apply? Incoming freshman admissions process. They're test optional. Look at that, still test optional. How to send transcripts. So again, lots of pluses about the University of Houston. They even give you an opportunity to speak to an admissions representative if that is something that you want to do. What else do I want to show you? The common data set. If you know me, you know that I love looking at the common data set for colleges, which is a wealth of information about different schools and how they allocate their funds, how they do their numbers with admission. So you can always, I guess that's a download right there. I don't need to pull all that up, but it has it available. And I want families to be able to see all the different things that these schools offer, from a number set, because I really do think that it's important that you as a parent are fully abreast of all how this works. If I haven't updated my, forgive me, my spreadsheets, I'm a Google Sheet guy, so this is a little dated. But again, I could, if I spend time with this, I could kind of discern a bunch of information that's critical. So again, I am a fan of the Houston as a city. I'm a fan of the innovation that happens in Houston because of NASA. I'm a big fan of the university because of its culture, right in the heart of Houston. Obviously, it's does well with sports, and again, it's a school that admits 70% of their students, and it's very important that we parents don't go into the college admissions process thinking that every kid has to go to a school that admits 25% or less and think that's a good school. No, Houston has opportunities. Houston admits 70% of their applicants. I want you to consider schools that have acceptance rates like this because, again, even that fact that it's test optional still, I think is a huge plus. So always come check us out, strategicadmissionsadvice.com. We're happy to give you information that can help you and your child to navigate this process. You're on our YouTube page, you're checking out our Best Colleges series, and we want to continue to support you in any way we can through this process. All right, check us out, strategicadmissionsadvice.com, University of Houston with today. Come back for more.